Hey you guys, what's up, what's going on? So you have now tuned in to another recap of Love and Hip Hop New York. Okay, we're at season 7, episode 2. Glasses was feeling kind of crooked, y'all. I had to fix that. Okay, so shout out to Britney Collier for kind of letting me know who I was talking about. I was talking about the girl that says ooh. And I was saying that Snoop kind of reminds me of Young Ma. So shout out to you for that, and also shout out to Savanna, Melvin for commenting on my last video. Guys, make sure that you comment down below. You know, let me know what you liked, what you disliked. If I said something wrong, let me know down below, and I'll be sure to try to shout a few people out in the next video. Alright, so let's go ahead and start this off. So Bianca, she was debuting her new song. I don't remember what it's called, but she was debuting her new song at a showcase, and it sounded pretty good. She was there, and DJ Drewski was there, as well as Yandy, her manager, but they got like a little something, like you could see the chemistry between the two of them. But later they did mention that they had a little thing going on a few years ago, but now he has a girlfriend and she's doing her own thing, so they're not really like together or anything like that. They haven't done anything. But I'm like, just wait, just watch, and we're gonna see what happened. That's gonna be the scandal, of course, the love triangle, the new trio, because you can already see that the two of them, they got that little thing going on. You know, they got them googly eyes and all that going on. So yeah, DJ Drewski, he mentions that he has a girl. Her name is Sky. And when he met up with his girl later on in the show, she did mention that she felt some type of way that he went to the showcase and then he didn't even mention it to her. And the whole fact that Bianca was there was another thing that made her feel some type of way. So she was asking like how Bianca was, and did she try to disrespect or anything like that. But he's like, nah, it's not even like that. That's done and over with. Yeah. See, this is why we need to follow our intuition, ladies, because usually, unless we just bugging out, which does happen once in a while, most of the time when we feel some type of way about something, it's usually that way. I'm just saying. I mean, most with me, I know for a fact. And guys, definitely check out my other channel, because I'm gonna be doing some story times. I'm doing a story time week starting December 1st. So definitely be sure to check that out. It's gonna be 7 days or maybe 5 days. I don't know yet, but we'll see. All right. So following that, Snoop and her bae, Jay Adrienne, they meet up with some of Snoop's friends, which Snoop's friends is Jeulz Santana and Kimbella. And they was all vibing. They all seemed cool. But one thing that Snoop wasn't really feeling was the fact that Jay Adrienne brought up the whole cheating and how does Kimbella deal with the females, you know, the disrespectful hoes that be trying to flirt and take pictures and talking about I'll F you and this and that. So Snoop was just like, she didn't really like the fact that she's bringing up all that stuff. Like, she brought her to try to make friends because she don't really know people like that here in New York. But she talking about some relationship stuff, like being mad jealous and stuff, and she wasn't, you know, that's not cool. I mean, that is kind of embarrassing. Like, you just meeting people and you already talking about, oh, how do you deal with the groupies? How do you do this? Like, at least get a feel for the girl. Like me, I don't like talking too much of my business until I really and truly get a feel for somebody. You know what I mean? So Cardi B, she got her teeth fixed, as we were seeing in the last episode. And she was in the studio with her producer, Swift. And, you know, Swift was a little cutie, I gotta admit. Something about him, he got like a little baby face and stuff, and then he be smiling and stuff. I don't know, I just feel like, I don't feel like she sold out or nothing like that. I mean, do what makes you happy. But I feel like she more so got her teeth done because of the peer pressure of the media in America. And, you know, I felt like she should have just stuck to her guns. But I guess, you know, for interviews and things like that, it makes sense in the industry to get your teeth fixed. But one person that I remember that said he was never going to get his teeth fixed, and I still think he hasn't, is Fabulous. He got that chipped tooth, and he even be rapping about it and stuff. So she could have used it to her advantage, but I guess she just let everybody get to her and the pressure, you know. But whatever. I mean, the only thing I don't like, they look so perfect that they look like dentures kind of. I don't know if it's just me being a hater. I mean, I'm not a hater. I'm just saying, like, the way I feel like I see everything, it just kind of looks like it's so perfect that it looks more like dentures. Maybe with time, it'll kind of like get some grooves and stuff to it and look a little more, you know, normal. And so, yeah, they was kind of vibing too, right? And then she was trying to put something up on Instagram, like, you know, to let her manager know, like, nah, we really in the studio, we really working type of thing. And he was, at first, he was a little apprehensive. He's like, I don't know if I really want to go on camera type of thing, because I do got a girl out in London. Like, what she gonna do out in London, right? Do what you doing. Now, I'm not condoning cheating like that, but I'm just saying, like, she's all the way out in London. It's not like she gonna pop up right now, but once you put stuff out on social media, it's much easier for people to find it, especially when you start putting them hashtags, Swift the manager, or Swift the producer, or whatever. So, and she probably looking up stuff on Cardi B's page every single night. You know how it be. So, he eventually gives in, but while he's about to take the picture with her, the video or whatever, he goes in for the kiss. I'm like, well, how the hell much was you thinking about your girl if you go in to kiss the next girl? You wasn't really, what you thought about her, and she, in your head, it said, oh, go and kiss Cardi? Like, I don't understand how 1 + 1 is equaling 2. Like, it's not equaling 2 at this moment. It doesn't make sense to me. So, that was just weird. But yeah, like, she was kissing back. She's talking about, I'm not sure, I'm thinking about Tommy, I don't know if I was really kissing back or nothing. Yes, girl, you was kissing back. I saw those lips moving and stuff. She was kissing back. So Jay Adrienne, well, before that, well, yeah, Jay Adrienne, she went back to Chicago because she had to take care of some things with her kid. And I guess that's something that maybe they worked out, where he would probably, Snoop would probably help her out, and, you know, whenever she needs to go back, as long as she stays there in New York, gets her stuff together, maybe she helps her with the flights to go back to New York or whatever. I'm assuming, but I don't really know. Or it could even be the show that's allowing her to do that freely, you know. But while what is it? While the cats are away, the mouse will play. I don't even know if that's the real thing, but that's what just came into my head. And that's exactly what Snoop was doing. So Snoop is hanging out with DJ Clue, Rich Dollars, and yeah, pretty much the three of them, they chilling, you know, Creep Squad. And they just looking for new talent, supposedly, right? So this one chick, she goes up on the stage. Her name is Sophie Green. And she starts singing. To me, her little thing that she did, it didn't sound all that hot to me. I mean, it didn't blow my mind. It didn't blow me away. It wasn't amazing or anything. But they was just sitting there like they were mesmerized. I guess it was the outfit that she had on, that see-through lace thing. I mean, it looks like that's the new official outfit for Love and Hip Hop. Because I think I seen Bianca wear something like that. Then I seen her wear something like that. I feel like I maybe saw Remy Ma wear something like that, but I'm not really too sure. But yeah, like, okay. So yeah, she got her little outfit, you know, moving and shaking a little something. And yeah, these fellas are just mesmerized. And of course, they want her to be their new talent. So Snoop ends up kind of winning, and tells her about her, like, her sex toy line that she's coming out with. And they were just kind of like flirting with each other, and it was kind of like a little awkward. Even the other two fellas was just sitting there like, wow, like, Snoop really took our artist or our person or whatever. Like, she snooped her up, or, you know, scooped her up real quick. So yeah, it wasn't really like about business or nothing like that they was talking about. Later, they go do a podcast. It was Nehemiah from, what's the name of that show? I be getting these brain farts, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. With all the girls. It's like a tip of my, Sisterhood of Hip Hop. So she's from there, and I think there was two other people, but I wasn't really paying attention. So she was the main person that I saw, and then it was the Sophie Green girl, and then it was Snoop. So all four of them is there. They're doing a little podcast, and it was pretty much the two of them taking over the show, like talking about all these sexual stuff and what they do to what, and feeding some strawberries. And I was just like, whoa. And then it wasn't enough for them to be behind the scenes doing it on the podcast. Oh no. Snoop had to make sure, well, both of them, Snoop and Sophie, had to make sure they did a little Insta video or something that she could post on her social network. And of course, that's going to cause problems later. Like, anybody with a brain would know that you feeding strawberries to another female when you like females. I mean, even if you don't like females, it's still like, what's going on? Like, what you doing? Type of thing. So that's how that went down. And of course, that caused problems. They was doing the most. Kimbella and Jeulz, they're starting to have issues again because he came home at 7 a.m. in the morning and she's just like, you didn't call me, you didn't do anything. We already have issues where you was being with infidelity issues and all those things. You cheated on me. Like, of course, I mean, and yeah, that's like opening up sore wounds or whatever. She's trying to get past it, but it's hard to fully trust somebody when you know what they're capable of doing. And I mean, at the end of the day, you can't really prevent people from doing what they're going to do, but you kind of want to know and be a step ahead of the game also. I mean, I know I would want to be a step ahead of the game, and I've been a step ahead of the game a couple of times. Caught people in the act. But, you know, because you don't want to be blindsided forever, for years. You know, somebody could just be cheating on you for years and you don't even know it. And that's not cool. So, Remy Ma, she goes to the studio to see her baby, Papoose. And he has his new artist, which just so happened to be their kids. And she's just like, you know, what's going on? And he's like, well, they have talent. And she gives them a lecture, lets them know that just because we're your parents doesn't mean that you automatically are going to get doors open for you. You got to have talent. You know, you can't be coming out here thinking that that's all that it takes or whatever. So they eventually did like do a little show for her. But I think the daughter needs a lot of work. I wasn't really feeling it at all. I mean, I don't know if that's the hip new thing because I'm not really that hardcore rapper type of girl. But I don't know. Maybe it was hot. Y'all tell me. But the boy, I think that his lyrics more so made sense than hers from what I was hearing. But he talking about guns and stuff. I'm like, you be shooting people? Like, what are you doing? You know, I feel like they do, like Papoose did mention, they do need to do more age appropriate things because the stuff they was talking about was just like, we can't, if I'm your age, I can't relate because like you're talking about some next level stuff. Like, is this what you really do? You seem like decent kids that don't have to deal with all that craziness. I mean, I don't really know. It could be possible. So, yeah, they did a little thing, whatever. So when Jay Adrienne comes back to the scene, she comes back to New York, she sees that video and she's just like super heated. We already know she got these trust issues and all that. And she has a jealous streak, which Snoop ain't really feeling. But she comes and she's just like starts packing up her stuff after she sees that video. Then a little bit later, Snoop comes like after she finished packing up everything. You can tell they edited it so, you know, we wouldn't see her packing up all her clothes. And Snoop was just like, you know, like walking in like nothing ever happened. And she's just like, yo, who is this chick that you over here feeding strawberries to, disrespecting? Like, I'm done with you and all this craziness. I'm out. So they just going back and forth. And Snoop and her, I don't know, because she's just like real pissed off and just like she wasn't really feeling it. Snoop is one of those people that'll get you even more pissed off because like the way she talks is just like laid back and yo, but why can't you just get off of the counter and let's talk about this? Like, she's just like so chill about everything. Like, people like that, when you're mad, when you're fuming, when you're upset, it makes you more mad. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what I think was happening with them too. And she started kind of putting her hands on her. Jay Adrienne was kind of putting her hands on Snoop, and Snoop was getting like real tight. Like, yo, that's the one thing you ain't gonna do. You ain't gonna be putting your hands on me. But luckily Snoop did the best thing and actually got off of the got out of there and you know, then Jay Adrienne actually stayed and locked the door. But I think that sometimes that's what you have to do. You have to kind of take a step back and just like, if you feel like things are about to get out of control, especially with Snoop being an actual star, like she's been on shows, she actually has a career that's booming, you know, it's not a good look for you to have domestic violence issues and be going to jail or anything like that. So yeah, I think she definitely did the right thing. But you guys definitely, you know, comment down below. Check out my other channel, Samore Love TV, for my story times coming up and for other videos that I have in store for you guys, okay? Guys, be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one.